Hey, what's up, guys? You guys liked the last video, so I said I would make some beginner videos for people that are starting out. I'll be broad. I'm gonna try and cover like bodybuilding, powerlifting. I'll talk a little bit about Olympic lifting and CrossFit. I don't know that much about it, like as far as in-depth material, but I'll definitely be able to glance over it a little bit. But so before I actually go into programming for a beginner, which there's actually a lot of good programs for just starting out. But before you actually do that, like there's some things that you're probably gonna have to pick up, just equipment wise and stuff, and some things you're just gonna want to have with you. So the first thing, I'm gonna try and like give it like a rating of like absolutely necessary to like very useful to like maybe like nice to have or something like that. But anyway, the first thing you're gonna need with any strength program, uh, I mean, pretty much they're all gonna contain squats. Like you're gonna need to squat, and then secondly, deadlift is super important too. So pretty much every program that I'm gonna talk about is gonna have these in it. But anyway, so the first thing that's absolutely like 100% necessary because of squats and deadlifts is going to be a flat shoe. So basically, here this is pretty much like the most common shoe on the fucking planet. The Converse, yeah, they don't have the. Well, first of all, it's a flat sole, or whatever it's called. Anyway, uh, but it doesn't have that air cushion bullshit that all these running shoes and stuff have. These are like really fucking hairy. Like I don't know. I gotta like clean these. Anyway, yeah. So they don't have like the cushion, so that like normal running shoes and stuff have with the air pocket and stuff. So they give you a lot more stability, and this is like absolutely necessary to drive like actual power through your feet. You need to be stable, and you do not want to be like shaking everywhere. It will actually make you lose like just drive into the floor. So anyway, a flat shoe, it doesn't have to be this one. It can be, I mean, there's specific like powerlifting shoes and stuff uh, that just have like the flat sole. Also, people actually like there's a workaround technically. Like you can lift in socks. That's actually like viable, especially for deadlifts. Like it's actually pretty common for people to lift barefoot in like powerlifting gyms and stuff like that. In just barefoot. I mean, I'm not gonna say like it's common, but it's not rare. Squat. I've never seen anybody squat barefoot, but I guess it would be viable too. I mean, I don't really see the downside. But if you don't want to be barefoot in the fucking gym, get a pair of decent flat shoes. Okay, so now I'll just go into my gym bag. And so the first thing I have on top here is these knee sleeves that I just got. These are really common. Like pretty much every powerlifter is using Ray-Bans or the new like SBDs. I don't even know if they're new, but they're called SBD knee sleeves, and those are actually much tighter. They give you a lot of support. I heard somewhere that they actually give you like 20 pounds to your squat or something like that, and we're talking like heavy squats here. Similar to like knee wraps. I don't know about that. I've not tried them. I've only tried these, and I can say that these are very, very good for your quality of life on your knees. Like, I can really tell that these are gonna help keep my knees healthy. They give you a lot of support, and they also give you just like they keep your knees warm, which is really important with joints and stuff. Keep your joints lubricated throughout the lift. Like it's really, really, really nice to have these. So I'm really happy I got these. These are actually kind of expensive though. I got these off Amazon Prime. Uh, they were $40 each. So I don't know that you would want to get these right away, but if you're uh, start lifting for a few months and you know that you're gonna take it serious, I would definitely say pick these up because they're gonna help your quality of life in the future. Just keep you lifting longer and just help your knees out. So definitely pick those up. Okay. So another thing, so I talked about the Chuck Taylor, whatever flat sole shoe you want to use. These is something I just got. These are the Addy Power, and so these are actually Olympic lifting shoes, and you can see they have no cushion. Like, they don't have any air pocket or anything like that. These are very, very rigid shoes, but they have an elevated heel. So this allows you, especially if you have poor flexibility, to be able to squat deeper. And this, I believe it was like 0.75 centimeters or something like that. I forget. Maybe it's like a half an inch. I forget the exact measurement. But anyway, that actually translates to a lot. Like, I could squat below parallel before, but with these on, I feel like I can just go like ass to grass. Like, it just with your leverages and everything, the way you're gonna have your heels a little elevated, like your knees are gonna go a little more forward. I think I'm like not like all caught up on the exact science and leverages, but I can feel the difference. Like, it makes going deeper like so easy. So yeah, if you have problems getting to parallel, I would recommend them. If you're gonna do CrossFit, Olympic lifting, like, you would want to get these. Probably. I'm not certain about CrossFit. I would think so, since they're using Olympic lifts. But yeah, I definitely recommend them. They are expensive though. So these are a quality of life kind of thing. You can squat in the Chuck Taylors. That's totally fine. I mean, you're pretty much only going to use these for squats. Retail price is something like $200, depending like which shoe you get. So they're not cheap. I actually got mine off Amazon Prime. There was a coupon. I got them for $142 after tax and shipping and everything. So I lucked out. But yeah, not mandatory, but very, very, very useful. If you're gonna take it serious, maybe like after like a couple of months, you really like lifting, then I invest. Okay, so next thing is a weight belt. So basically, what you do with this is, I mean, most people probably know like more or less how these work, but you strap it onto yourself. I'm not gonna do it right now, and it helps protect your back and just keep your core tighter by giving you something to press against. So what happens is, like, let's say I'm gonna do a squat right now. I'm set up. I take a deep breath, and then I press my abdomen against it. Well, I'm actually just trying to get my abs like as tight as possible, and just my core in general. But having this to press against just creates more pressure, especially with the deep breath. So it really helps protect just your whole lower back, like everything. Like, just helps keep you tighter, especially when you're squatting deep in the hole. Like, it's, I would say, mandatory once you get past like the first month. Like, I would just get it right away, honestly. Like, this was probably like $30 or something like that. Very, very useful. You don't ever see people not using it when they're squatting near their maxes. I mean, you actually will see like powerlifters that can squat like 800 pounds, and they'll just like, if they're like repping out like 500 or something like that for like set to 12 or something, like, they'll actually just do it beltless. It's not that the weight itself is going to crush you or something like that. But when you're nearing your maxes, like, you really don't want to take any chances with your core. And it just, like, really helps you be safe, I guess. So, get a belt. All right, the next thing, wrist wraps. These, not mandatory. These basically, I mean, if you're done boxing or something like that, I guess. They just help you. I just wrapped it around my watch. But basically, these give you support for your wrists. So, like for instance, when I switched over to benching, I noticed right away. Like it was funny actually. I would bench dumbbells with like 65-pound dumbbells, and no problem. And then I switched to bench, and I tried out. I think I put like 95 on the bar. This is like still a warm up set, and my wrist was going crazy. Like it could not tolerate the pressure. I think it was because of the way I positioned my wrist, but even now, when I'm doing like high volume bench days, like my wrists really start to bother me if I don't have a wraps on. So this has just eliminated that worry entirely. It just feels really comfortable when you're doing bench. I mean, I use them when I'm squatting. Actually, I didn't use it in the video yesterday. That's actually the first time in like 2 months that I haven't used them when I was squatting. It was just kind of random that I decided not to. But yeah, it helps any time you're gonna put pressure on your wrist. Wrist wraps are actually really nice. So, oh wait, the next thing is wrist straps. So these are different. What these do is you put them on, and you're basically gonna put it under the bar and just grip the strap. And I mean, this adds ridiculous amounts to your grip. For any high volume work you're gonna do, like barbell rows or whatever, that you're gonna be holding onto a very heavy bar for a long time, it makes it effortless almost. Like, I mean, really, like in the deadlift video, I was doing like 290, I think. I was just like holding on like this. Like I didn't even have my thumb on it or anything like that. It was just like super easy to hold on to. So if you're gonna be a bodybuilder, like 1000% mandatory, like so important if you're gonna be a bodybuilder, because you're gonna your grip is gonna give out at some point, and you're gonna not be able to continue working your back when your back's still good to go. So powerlifter not so much, but still nice to have. They're really cheap. They're like $10. All right, so keep this short. These are micro plates. I have 2 of them. So basically, this is a 1 1/4 pound plate together that makes 2.5 pounds. Math is fun. So anyway, this is just for programs that have linear progression in them. Like the Texas Method recommends them, because each week I'm going to be adding 2.5 pounds to the bar when I'm doing my bench and my overhead press, because adding 5 pounds is not realistic at this point for me. So it just helps you progress more naturally. And all the programs that have linear progression in it, which I'll go into later, it's really, really useful to not stall. Like, it's really important to just make gradual progress, because if you start adding in resets and stuff, it adds a whole nother dimension of stuff that you have to worry about. And it's not really nice for your psyche, I guess, to be resetting all the time and like not be working with weights that you can handle easily, but you have to do it for the program. So yeah, those are pretty nice. I got those for, I think they were $20 or $30. Again, like, you're not gonna need them right away, but eventually, if you take it serious for any strength program, like, you're gonna want to have them. Anyway, so the last thing I have here, I just got this, and I just tried it out today for the first time. These are, I don't know, it's called Dry Hands, but it's basically liquid chalk. Most commercial gyms do not allow you to have chalk, because you're gonna get chalk everywhere, and yeah, people don't want that. But this doesn't like come off or anything like that. Like, you don't like have dust clouds everywhere. You don't have like chalk all over the bar and stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd prefer to use chalk. Like, I don't care if people use chalk, but anyway, they don't allow it. So, workaround. This is actually like basically chalk. Like, it goes on, like, you apply it to your hands, like you apply like a lotion or something like that, and it like it feels like you have chalk on. Like this is like amazing. It only costs $5. I got it off Amazon. I mean, this will last like a month or not a month, probably like 5 months or something like that. Like if you're only using it when you're deadlifting, oh my god, this will last forever. So super 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 good purchase. I'm really happy I got that. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So these are little things you should think about before you get started. And yeah, I'll try to get a little video about programming and stuff out now. So anyway,